since we met, right? Yeah. Okay, I think it's been more than a month since we met. So, how was the vacation?
Vacation was good, ma'am.
Good, very good, good. Okay,
Vacation
okay.
is enjoyable for people who don't have kids. People who have kids, it will be a trouble for them. Difficulty is there.
Yeah, for people
Do
who
you
have
agree with
kids,
me, madam?
definitely it's
Madams,
like that.
do you agree with me?
Yes, yes, true.
Okay. Without people who are without kids or unmarried, they will enjoy the vacation. But people who have kids, lot of cooking has to be done. Lot of cleaning the vessels have to be done.
Also, they will ask, like, take me to this place, take me
Yeah,
to
yeah.
that place. Yeah, they will be troubling. Okay, fine. So, I think we can start the session. Like,
Should
some.
we wait for a minute or so because only seven have come, six have
Okay.
because
Actually, they have joined as a group, right?
oh, they have joined as a group. Oh, then it's okay.
Group.
It's okay. Okay.
Okay,
Carry
okay,
on.
yeah.
Carry on. Carry on.
So
Carry
are
on.
all of them present here? Is there anyone else missing? Are all here?
Most of them are.
Or most of them are here, I think.
Okay. Okay. Then
Okay.
it's okay. Then it's okay. Yeah. Carry on.
Okay. Okay. So in the last class, that is in April, when we had the last class in April, the topic that we stopped was pronouns. Okay. So we completed pronouns, and today we are starting. Actually, we have to move to the second part of speech. But instead of moving to part of speech, I thought it is better to include this topic in between. That is articles. Like there is no need to wait till the end of this parts of speech. We can include this in the middle because we have completed nouns and pronouns, right? So to learn articles, you should know what is a noun and what is a pronoun. So these are the two basic things that you have to know. So since you have completed nouns and pronouns, articles can be learned now. This is the best time to learn articles. Okay. So articles, like most of you might know what is an article or what are the articles. Articles, are you aware of articles?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, so do you know what are the articles in English?
A and
A, and the. Very good. Okay, so a, and the are the three articles in English. So let me give you an introduction. So what is an article? An article is a short word that comes before a subject in a sentence. Yeah, so an article is a very short word. It can be a or an or the. As you people know that earlier itself, it's good. So they are very short words, right? So a, an, or the, it comes before a subject in a sentence. So for example, if I say an apple, an orange, a banana, a pomegranate, if I tell like that, it comes before the subject. So subjects can be apple, orange, pomegranate, or banana, anything else, or even any other things name. A book, a pen, not only fruits. Okay, so I just thought of telling about fruits. So it comes before the subject. An article is a short word that comes before a subject in a sentence. And most of the sentences we read and write have at least one article. We agree with this because most of the sentences that we read or that we speak in our daily life will have at least one article. So without articles, even if you have to work or you have to think and write sentences which doesn't have articles. There are sentences which doesn't have article. Article के बिना भी sentences है, but still most of the sentences will have articles. It is like vowels, A, E, I, O, U. Without vowels, it is not possible to write words. You can write only a few words without vowels, like cry, fry, why. These words doesn't have vowels. So similarly, only few words can be written without an article. Okay. So most of the sentences we read and write have at least one article. So there are three articles in English: a, an, and the. So again, we are classifying them into two. That is, a and an are called indefinite articles. Okay. A and an are called indefinite articles. Indefinite in the sense they are not definite. That is that something that is not sure about. If you are not sure about something, you can use a and an. So you will get a better understanding about what is sure and what is unsure when I discuss the examples. So for the time being, you can understand that indefinite means something that is not sure or not definite. If you're not definite about something, for example, if I say a book is a book, some book, I don't know what book it is, so I'm not sure about what book it is. It is a book, just a book. So a book, that is the reason I'm using the article a book. Whereas if I already know something about that book, like what is the name of the book or the author of the book or something, I can say the book. That we will discuss in the upcoming slides. Okay. So a and an are called indefinite articles, whereas the is called the definite article. The is definite. You are sure about what you are telling. So, if you are very sure and confident about what you are talking about, or about which book or which pen or which movie you are talking about, you can use the article the. That is the reason it is called the definite article. Clear?
Annapurni, let me
Yeah.
add a few things here. At least in management, we call this the is called particular article because it refers to a particular book. In MBA or in any management, no, in literature, yes, it is called definite article. In the management point of view, we call this the as a particular article because it refers to a particular book. So it's called a particular article. For our understanding, and indefinite article, a and an, or indefinite article, it refers to any book in the universe. So you can call, we for our understanding we call universal articles, particular article. Like that we used to understand these articles. When see I did my English course in MBA first semester. So there they used to call
Hmm, hmm.
universal article and particular article. So I just
Hmm.
this
Nice,
is
nice. Yeah, it is a proper example. Yeah, because A and an is universal because it refers to anything in the universe. It can be any book or any film or any object like that. Whereas the is definite, or that is what as sir said, it is called the particular article. We are referring to a particular movie or a particular object or particular book, something like that. Yes,
But
sir. Thank you for
yeah,
sharing that.
one
Yeah.
more thing I wanted to clarify. I mean, I want to get clarification from you. Article is a short word that comes before the subject. How is it different from adjective? No,
How
we
is
call
article
adjective
different from adjective? Adjectives are words that describe a
or
subject.
describe the subject. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
For
Thank you.
example, good, bad, beautiful,
Yeah.
easy, difficult. All these are adjectives.
Okay, okay, okay.
Qualifying words. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. Okay, sure, sir. Okay, so a and an, you can now refer here. A and an are the indefinite articles, and the is called the definite article. So you can note this down. This will be easier for you to understand. So, as Sir gave an additional information about these articles, you will definitely not forget this. Okay, and the usages will be discussed in this upcoming slides so that you will understand how it is going to differ. So, how where we are going to use a, where we are going to use an, and what about the. That is what we are going to go in detail now. Okay.
Yeah, this
So
we
now,
learnt in a chapter called deductions. That is, they
okay.
will give two sentences, and we want to
Hmm.
deduce the third sentence based on the two sentences. That time
Oh,
the and a and all makes lot of difference.
yeah.
So in the managerial input, if you are looking at, then that time we used to call the as a particular article, a and an as a universal article.
Universal
Yeah, yeah.
articles.
Thank you.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Okay, sir. Okay. Okay, fine. So now moving to the next part. Let's first discuss what is an and a. So, as we already told, an and a are indefinite articles. So, first let's see where to use an and a. Okay, so where we are going to use an and a. So the first article I'm talking about is an, which is in the left side of the slide. Okay, so please focus only on the left side. An is used with a word that begins with a vowel sound. So hope you all know what are vowels. A, E, I, O, U. These are the vowels in English, right? So out of the 26 alphabets in English, only 5 alphabets are considered as vowels. A, E, I, O and U. So A, E, I, O, U constitute the vowels, and now an is used before a word which starts with a vowel sound. For example, apple. Apple is a word that begins with a vowel sound a. Okay, it begins with the alphabet A and with the sound A. Sometimes the sound and the word differs. The word we will pronounce, the alphabet is pronounced as A, but the sound we bring out is A. It's not apple, it's apple, right? So there is a small difference between the sound and the letter we write, but that's okay. Both are vowel sounds. Okay, so apple, we can, some people pronounce it as apple, some people pronounce it as apple. That's not a matter. Both are vowel sounds, right? So an apple. So A is a vowel. It's a vowel sound. A, apple, apple. It's a vowel sound. Hence, you are using an. Similarly, orange. Orange. O, orange. So O is again a vowel sound. That's the reason you are adding an before orange. So an is used with a word that begins with a vowel sound. You can use it with any word that begins with a vowel sound. The only condition is the word should start with a vowel sound. Vowel sound में शुरू करते हैं. Okay. So used with any common singular and countable nouns as well. So an can be used with common nouns like the names of fruits, vegetables, things, etc. It's a common. They are all common nouns. You all studied what are meant by common nouns, right? Then it can be used with singular and countable nouns. So singular, a and an generally mean one. For example, a book means one book. An apple means one apple. So an and a, what is the meaning of these words an and a? One. They are indefinite articles and the meaning is one. Clear? So these can be used with any common nouns and countable nouns, because we can only tell one apple, one orange, one banana, that is an apple, an orange, a banana, because these are countable nouns. Only for the nouns that are countable we can make it singular and plural, whereas for uncountable nouns it's not possible to differentiate it into singular and plural. We cannot say a sugar, a salt, a water, a milk. That's not possible. Right. So that is the reason it is mentioned as an is used with common, singular, and countable nouns. Only if the nouns are common, singular, and countable, we can use an, and this is also applicable for A. Okay, A is also having the same rule. Okay, the second point is the same in both an and a. You can see that used with common, singular, and countable nouns. In the right side also, I have given the same definition. Okay, anyways, now not moving to a. Let's complete this an first. So, examples are an apple, an ice cream parlor, an overcoat. So, apple, definitely it begins with the vowel sound a. So, you are using the article an. An ice cream parlor, ice cream, I is a vowel sound. So you are using an. An overcoat, over, O. So O is a vowel sound. Again, you are using an here. Clear? So this is all about an. So you can use an with any kind of words that begins with a vowel sound. You can also say an umbrella. Okay, umbrella, it starts with the letter U, but the sound is right? We don't call it umbrella, it's umbrella, right? So is is the sound, it's a vowel sound. So umbrella, an umbrella. Clear? So now moving to A. A is used with a word that begins with a consonant sound. So consonants are nothing but, out of the 26 alphabets in English, A, E, I, O, U are vowels. So the rest of the alphabets are called consonants. like B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, Z. So I'm just excluding these vowels. Just remove the vowels from this alphabets. So the remaining 21 alphabets will be consonants. So A is used with a word that begins with a consonant sound. And again, I'm telling the same point. It can be used with common nouns, singular nouns, and countable nouns. Okay, because A means one, just like an. An and A both mean one. So we can only differentiate one and many if the noun is countable. So for example, book is a countable noun. So I can say a book or many books. A pen is a countable noun. I can say a pen, many pens. Whereas I cannot do this with water or milk. I cannot say a water and many water, a milk or many milk. This is not possible. So that is why I have mentioned it as countable nouns again. Clear? So for example, a mango. So mango, mango. Ma is a consonant sound. So a mango. A grocery shop. Grocery, G is a consonant. So I'm using a grocery shop. Shirt. So shirt, S is a consonant. So hence a shirt is also a correct usage. So with consonants, we will get lot of examples. So for vowels, we have to think a little bit, because we cannot include any name of a person or name of a place cannot be included. Only objects can be included when using articles. Okay, objects or any kind of abstract nouns or something. But this are not abstract nouns. I mean, proper nouns, abstract nouns, and uncountable nouns cannot be used. Something apart from these have to be used. We have to think and use it. Whereas for consonants, it is easy for you to identify many examples. Clear? So, an and a, this is the basic understanding. Now we are going to look at some exceptions in using this a and an. Exceptions ka matlab like some special cases. So I am just reading the first part, that is in the left side. If a word begins with a vowel sound, we know that we use and, right? If a word begins with a vowel sound, then we use the indefinite article and before the word. But if a word begins with a vowel sound, but with a consonant letter, we use the article and. This is a special case, right? The sound is vowel. एक word का sound vowel sound है, per letter consonant है. How is this possible? So I have given some examples here. An MBA student, an MLA from Tamil Nadu, an MP from Kerala, an LPG cylinder. So here, the word MBA starts with the consonant M. M is a consonant, I agree. M is a consonant. But how do you pronounce it? M. M. So M, when you spell the word M, it begins with a vowel sound. The sound that comes from your throat is A, M. So since the sound is vowel, you have to use the article an. So an MBA student or an MBBS student, MBBS, MBA, MSc. Okay, it's a very common thing, MSc. I'm pursuing my MSc, and you can say she is an MSc student. Okay, an MBA student, an MLA from Tamil Nadu, an MP from Kerala. Just now the elections got over, right? So MP elections. So you can say he is an MP from Maharastra, something like that. An LPG cylinder, same case, LPG. So L is a consonant, but the sound you are using to pronounce this word LPG is L. So A, LPG. So again you are using the consonant, sorry, again you are using the article an. Clear? So now moving to the right side, the same thing is applicable for A also. Just like how we told for an, for A also this is applicable. So if a word begins with a consonant sound but with a vowel alphabet, here sound is consonant. शब्द तो consonant का शब्द है, पर alphabet या letter is vowel है. So if a word begins with a consonant sound but with a vowel alphabet, so then we use the article A. So what you have to do is focus on the sound part. Just forget that alphabet part. Whatever alphabet it comes, that's okay. Let it be there. Focus on the sound part. What sound is coming out? So here they're telling if a word begins with a consonant sound. So the sound is consonant, but the alphabet is vowel. Then we use the article A. So since the sound is consonant before consonants you have to use A, right? So the sound is consonant, so you are using A vowel. I'm sorry, A article. So we have such examples. For example, if you see a one-man show. So one-man show, here you can see O-N-E, one. It begins with a vowel. I agree. O is a vowel, fine. But when you're writing it in, if you write it in your mother tongue, you will understand. In Hindi, if you write it one, you will first read va, then you will write in one. So va is a consonant, that is V. It comes in the sound of V. So one man show. So va is actually a consonant. Like just you can understand like this. Swarakshas are vowels and Vyanjanakshas are consonants. Okay, so one man show begins with a vowel alphabet, but the sound is a consonant. That's why you are using a one man show. You are writing a one man show. Similarly, a one eyed man, ek aankh wale vyakti. So a one eyed man. Then this is very interesting. University. So for umbrella, we told it is an umbrella. Umbrella begins with U and the sound is a, umbrella a. So we wrote an umbrella. Here university and uniform. I have given both two words here, university and a uniform. Both of them begin with U only. So U is a vowel. So you will think an should be used here. But if you write an university and an uniform, that's wrong. Because university, uniform, when you spell these words, you will understand U, ya, that ya sound is coming out. Okay, so in Hindi, if you write university, then you will understand that ya is a consonant, U is a consonant. So that's the reason you are writing a university or a uniform. And finally, European. European people from Europe. Okay, so a European. We don't pronounce it European, it's European. So again, that ya sound is coming. Hence, you are writing a European because it's the sound of a consonant. So this is what a letter can be a vowel letter, but the sound can be a consonant sound. Similarly, a letter can be a consonant letter, but the sound can also be a vowel sound. These are the exceptions in using a and an. Okay, so this one was the basic understanding about using an and a. Like generally how we have to use an and a. For school students, generally till third standard or fourth standard, we teach only this part. But once they complete their primary schooling, we will start teaching this one because they should understand this one also. Okay, there's exceptions in using a and an. Okay, but even nowadays, many classes are providing knowledge in this part as well for students who are even in first standard. Because once they study this in the earlier stages itself, they will be able to recognize the difference between this vowel and consonant sounds more clearly. So some students will be very intelligent. They will easily grasp it. Whereas for some of them, they won't be able to easily catch it. So we will stop with that first part and this is only taught in the later stages. But you being elders, you can definitely identify these differences, right? Okay. So this is again an exception for words beginning with H. H is a consonant, okay? But in some words, okay, I have not mentioned all the words. In some words like hour, honor, and honest. Hour is ganta, okay? 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Honor is appreciation. Honor is an admiration or appreciation. And honest means sincere. Okay, so in these words, we don't pronounce by using the word H. H is considered to be silent. Okay, so we don't say hour, it is hour. And it's not honor, it's honor. And it's not honest, it's honest. So in words like our, honor, and honest, as the letter H is silent, the next alphabet is O, and O is the vowel sound. So we don't use the article a, we use article an before these words. An hour, an honor, an honest. Okay, so here there are some examples here. So can someone read it? Can Mamta ma'am, can you read the examples?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes. I was waiting in the park for an hour. All three, ma'am. She
Yes, yes.
received
Yes,
award.
yes. Okay.
She received the award with an honor. Raghu is an honest gentleman.
Okay, okay. Thank you. So here you can see I was waiting in the park for an hour. For an hour. So similarly, she received the award with an honor. Raghu is an honest gentleman. Is an honest gentleman. So again, you can see our, honor, honest, all these three words. H is silent. So the next alphabet in the word is O. In all the three words, the next second alphabet is O. Hence, you are using the article an. Clear? Okay. So now moving to the definite article part. So we have completed indefinite articles a and an. Now moving to the particular article or the definite article the.
Annapurni,
Okay.
I have one small doubt that
Yeah.
the consonant, if it sounds like a vowel, then we can use an. Am I correct?
Yes. If
Is
it
it
sounds like a
more?
vowel,
Is it more true for words which start with H and M?
like it's not for all. Yeah, like for abbreviations, especially for abbreviations like MLA,
Oh, okay, for
MBA,
abbreviations. Okay.
abbreviations. Yeah, MBBS or something. It's not for all the words that we you start with M.
I'm not saying it will be more prevalent with words with H and M.
Yeah, for not like that. Even for LPG, like
Oh,
LPG cylinder, L is again a consonant, but the sound is L,
okay,
like that. Yeah.
okay,
Even you can say NMMS. So NMMS N is a consonant,
yeah,
but NMMS exam. So N, while pronouncing it, it is A N M M S.
okay, okay.
Likewise. Okay. Okay, sir.
So we cannot make a rule out of it.
Yeah, there is no particular rule. Only thing is that it all matters about the sound.
Okay,
It all depends on the sound what we pronounce.
okay, okay.
Okay, okay. So now moving to the definite article part. This is very interesting. Okay, like you don't be having any complications in definite article because only you have to learn the situations where we use the. Okay, there are nearly 9 situations. Situations in the sense the 9 cases. Okay, so this is not at all confusing like a and an. Even small children will easily understand. Okay, so the in English language there is only one definite article, namely the. Okay, so that is the reason we say indefinite articles and definite article. Indefinite articles, it is plural. A and an are there. But whereas there is only one definite article. That is why you are calling it article. Okay. So the is used with, let's look at the first case. Nouns that have been used earlier. Imagine that I am talking about some situation or about some matter. Okay. And I am introducing some new word. New word in the sense some new topic. And I am telling this for the first time. The people are also listening it for the first time. Again, if I'm telling about the same thing in the second sentence, then I can refer, it means that I am talking about the same thing that I spoke in the first sentence. I'm referring to the same thing that I spoke in the first sentence. So here, when I was telling it for the first time, I was not sure because it was not definite, indefinite. It was indefinite. But in the second sentence, I'm again talking about the same thing that I spoke in the first sentence. So now it is definite. I'm very particular and very clear about what I'm going to tell. So here in the second case, I can use the as the article. So if I read the example, you will understand. So the first one is, My sister is making a film. The film is on the folk art of Nepal. So here, my sister is making a film. So I'm telling my sister is going to produce a film or direct a film, something like that. My sister is making a film. So एक film, my sister is making a film, some film, okay? The film is on the folk art of Nepal. So in the second sentence, again I'm talking about the same film that I told in the first sentence. So my sister is making a film. ठीक है, वह फिल्म फोक आर्ट ऑफ नेपाल के बारे में है. The film is on the folk art of Nepal. So I am referring to the same film that I told in the first sentence. So now I am very sure, very particular, and very definite. Hence I am using the article the. Clear? Similarly, in the second case, I read a novel yesterday. READ is read and read. Okay, so read past tense is read. But here I am pronouncing it as read because it is in past tense. Yesterday is the. Okay, so many people read it as I read a novel yesterday. It's not correct. Yesterday is past tense. So you have to pronounce it I read a novel yesterday. I read a novel yesterday. Okay, मैंने कल एक novel पढ़ा. The novel's name is A Doll's House. So in the first sentence I told मैंने एक novel पढ़ा. कल मैंने एक novel पढ़ा. एक novel पढ़ा. उस novel का name या वह novel का name A Doll's House है. So here in the second sentence I am very clear about the novel that I am going to tell about. Okay, so the novel's name, the novel that I read yesterday is A Doll's House. So that is why the is called a definite article. This example will give you the clear understanding of why we call the as the definite article. Because when you are using the in a sentence, it gives you a very clear picture of what you are talking about. In the first sentence, we are not using we are not using the. All of a sudden, if I say, my sister is making the film, which film, what film? No idea. But in the second sentence, if I say the film is on the folk art of Nepal or India, something like that, I'm very clear about what film I'm talking about. Okay. Similarly, I read a novel yesterday. The novel's name is A Doll's House or what to say, Pygmalion or whatever it may be. Okay. Now, the second case is the is used with ordinals like first, second, third, etc. We generally use these terms, right? First, second, third, etc. So while using these words are called ordinals. First, second, third, these are called ordinals. 1, 2, 3, 4, they are called cardinals. Cardinals and ordinals. Cardinals means 1, 2, 3, 4, they are cardinals. Prathama, Dvitiya, Tritiya. First, second, third, that is Prathama, Dusra, Tisra. That is called ordinals. Okay, so with ordinals we use the article. For example, I am the second child for my parents. She is the first child. Okay, so along with the second, first, I'm using the. Okay, she is the third daughter for my parents. She is the fourth child for my parents. He is the fifth in the class. He is the fifth ranker in the class. Okay, so this is how you can use the article. Okay, now moving to the third part, third use. The is used with adjectives in the superlative degree. So adjectives, we will most probably discuss adjectives in the next class. So adjectives are words that describe a noun. For example, good, bad, easy, difficult, small, short, tall, long, big, small, all these are adjectives. So adjectives have 3 forms, okay? Or every adjective has 3 forms. Do you know that? Are you aware of that? Positive, comparative, and superlative. 3 forms are there. So positive is something, for example, small. Small is positive. Comparative is smaller and superlative is smallest. So positive is used when you are talking about only one thing or one person. For example, if I say he is small or Rahul is small. So at a time I'm talking about only one person, Rahul. So Rahul is small. Okay. Now if I'm telling Rahul is smaller than Shahul, then I'm talking about two persons and I'm comparing two people. So here I can use the comparative degree smaller. Positive becomes comparative, small becomes smaller. And finally, if I'm telling Rahul is the smallest in the class. So here I am comparing Rahul with the whole class. A class consists of many students, right? So when comparing with many people, more than two, adjective becomes superlative. So small became smaller, now smaller is going to become smallest. Okay, so here the topic is adjectives in the superlative degree come with the definite article the. This is very interesting. So for one example, I will read it. Meera is the cutest girl I have ever seen. Okay, so I have seen many girls, but Meera is the cutest girl I have ever seen in my life. Okay, so similarly, we have some examples here. Who can read it? Yeah, can anyone read it? Pratibha ma'am, can you read it? Yeah, or one sitting with Mamta ma'am. Okay, yeah, you can read it. Yeah.
Which one, ma'am? Second or first
Yeah,
one?
you can read from the second one. Yes.
Asia is the largest continent in the world.
Yeah, you can continue, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Australia is the smallest continent in the world. Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean in the world. Ramu is the tallest boy in the class. Anjana is the shortest girl in the group. Manav is the fattest man in the club. Yellow is the brightest color in saris. Lotus is the most beautiful flower in the world.
Okay, fine. So here you can see Asia is the largest continent. So largest is the superlative degree of large. Large, larger, largest. Similarly, Australia is the smallest continent. So small, smaller, smallest. It is a superlative degree, so the smallest. Pacific Ocean is again the largest ocean in the world. Ramu is the tallest boy. Tall, taller, tallest. Anjana is the shortest girl in the group. Shortest. It's a superlative degree. Manav is the fattest man in the club. So fattest is the superlative degree of fat. Fat, fatter, fattest. Then yellow is the brightest color in saris. Bright, brighter, brightest. And finally, lotus is the most beautiful flower in the wood. For the adjective beautiful, we cannot say beautifuler or beautifulest. That is not possible because beautiful is a word which has three syllables. Syllables means if you can break a word into different parts. How many parts you can make by breaking a syllable? That is called a superlative. That is called a syllable. For example, beautiful. When you pronounce this word, you can say beautiful. You are getting three parts. Similarly, if you say difficult, you are getting three parts. Entertainment, entertainment. Again, you are getting four syllables. So for words that have more than two syllables, okay, some words will have only one syllable. Some words will have only two syllables, whereas some will have more than two. So words that have more than two syllables cannot be written as beautifuler, beautifulest. It's not possible. Instead of that, we write more beautiful and most beautiful. So in positive degree, it is beautiful. In comparative, it will become more beautiful. And in superlative, it will be most beautiful.
Madam,
Okay.
I have one doubt. This doubt
Yeah.
is there from my childhood. So
Yeah,
I did
it's
not have
okay.
the guts to ask that doubt to the lady teachers those days.
You can ask me.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
So suppose there are only two boys in a family. Can we
Hmm.
say he is the youngest? My youngest son is so and so. Like that, can we say, or we have to say younger? Only two are there.
Uh, okay. Okay. When it comes to okay, like if the parent is telling, Okay, like if the parent or whoever is telling, it can be younger. Since only two people are there, you can say he is the younger one and he is the elder one.
Okay, oh, like
Younger
that.
and elder, that is enough.
Yeah,
Whereas
that.
if there are three people or more than three people, three minimum, there should be three people, three sons or three daughters.
Yeah, okay.
Then you can say this is the youngest and this is the eldest. You can tell like that.
Okay, okay, okay.
It's very simple, sir. Like only if there are only two people, younger, comparative, you can stop with comparative. No need to go to superlative at all. Superlative comes only when there are three people. Minimum three should be there.
Okay, I
Okay.
thought the comparative you
Uh,
use only when you compare. But here we are not comparing, we are just saying he is
and
young.
not comparison.
Oh,
Yeah, it is not comparative. Yeah, that is one point. Comparative is not only about comparing two things. Like orange is sweeter than apple. That is a pakka comparison. You are comparing. But here, like what sir said, or like if he is the younger child and she is the elder child. So here there is no proper comparison. We are just differentiating one as the elder and one as the younger. Yeah.
okay, okay.
So, yeah, okay, sir. Sir, you can ask this kind of doubts so that others will
I
also
have
get a
plenty of
clarification.
doubts like this which I have never asked in my life.
You can
Now,
note all of these things
yeah.
and you can ask in my
Okay,
class
I
so
will
that
ask.
the class will be very lively.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, some of these doubts are basic doubts are there.
Basic doubts, yeah.
Without clearing the doubts, I have cleared all my exams and then like that. I
You
don't know.
cleared all scholarships and you have
I
reached
know
till this
without clearing
position.
that. But beauty of the any language is these all these exceptions. All these exceptions
Exceptions.
makes the
Yeah.
language more beautiful,
Yeah.
more sweeter rather. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So here again, in the case of beautiful, okay. So that's the reason it is written as more beautiful and most beautiful. If I'm comparing only two flowers or something, I can say a rose is more beautiful than lotus, or lotus is more beautiful than rose. So only two flowers are used, so I can use more beautiful. Whereas if it is more than two flowers, again we are using the superlative degree most, and you can use the definite article the most beautiful flower in the world. Okay. So now moving to the fourth use, the is used with unique and universal nouns. So unique nouns are something like there will be only one in this world. इस प्रपंच में ही एक ही होता है. Only one will be there. For example, only one sun, one moon, one earth, one solar system, something like that. Okay, even we are also unique. I agree. Okay, only one Annapurni will be there. Only one Keshamurti sir will be there. Only one Pratibha ma'am will be there. Only one Mamta ma'am. Like nobody can become like us. But we can't use articles with nouns. So that is the reason I'm not telling that. Okay. So sun, moon, earth, all these are unique. So you can use the article the. Okay. So yes, can Pratibha ma'am, can you read these examples? Anyone from that group can read. Your mic is off, Pratibha ma'am. Yeah. Anyone can read. Yeah.
Unique and universal nouns.
Yeah. Please continue.
The sun rises in the east. The moon
Okay.
gives us coolness at night. The earth is the third planet in the solar system. The earth is the only planet that has life.
Okay, thank you. So here you can see the sun rises in the east. Again, east is a direction. So you are using the article. I have not highlighted it. I have not made it important, but still the sun rises in the east and the sun sets in the west. You all know that. Rising in the east and setting in the west. Similarly, the moon gives us coolness at night. The earth is the third planet. The third planet, because third is first, second, third, it's an ordinal. The earth is the third planet in the solar system. Okay, and the earth is the only planet that has life. When you're saying only thing, for example, I can say that Arun is the only student who scored full marks. or Shweta is the only girl who has a long hair. So when you're using the word only, also you can use the word the. She is the only child. I am the only child for my parents. Okay. For example, I am an only daughter. Okay. I am the only child for my parents. So I can say I am the only daughter for my parents, or I am the only child for my parents. I can tell like that. Okay. So now moving to the fifth use, names of rivers, seas, or oceans. When you are specifying the names of a particular river or a sea or an ocean, you can use the. So for example, you can say the Ganges. Ganges is Ganga river. Okay. The Ganges is the longest river in India. Similarly, India is surrounded by the Arabian Sea, the Bay of Bengal, and the Indian Ocean. So, all these are names of specific oceans or seas. The Arabian Sea, the Bay of Bengal, the Indian Ocean, all these are very specific. That's why we can use the. Then, the Himalayas beautifies India. Himalayas is the name of a particular mountain that beautifies India in the northern part. So, the Himalayas again. Okay. Now moving to the sixth part, groups of countries. When you're talking about some groups of countries, this is very important because we generally don't use articles with any nouns, right? Nouns are names of people, names of places, things, etc. So we generally don't use articles with the names and places. For example, we don't say the Annapurni, the Mamata, the Pratibha. That is wrong. Similarly, we don't say the India, the Pakistan, the China. That's also wrong. But when you're calling a group of countries, for example, India is not a group of countries. Whereas USA, USA stands for United States of America. So USA is a group of countries. So here you can see use the USA. The USA is the United States of America. Similarly, the European Union. European Union consists of many countries. Then the UAE, United Arab Emirates. Under the UAE, we have Dubai, Sharjah, Qatar, Bahrain, many other countries like that. So the UAE, the USA, even the UK, United Kingdom, that's also possible. The UK, the Soviet Union, Russia comes under Soviet Union, you know? So the Soviet Union, this is how we can use the. Whereas you cannot say the India, the Pakistan, the Australia, that's not possible because they are single countries. Okay. Next is about nationalities or religious communities. Nationalities are nothing but people who belong to one particular country. So we belong to India, so we are Indians. So you can say the Indians, the Americans, the British, the French. French are people who belong to France. The Dutch. Dutch are people who belong to Portuguese. Then, similarly, when talking about communities, religions like the Hindus, the Muslims, the Sikhs, the Christians, the Buddhists, you can also use the with the communities also. Then, coming to holy book names, holy books are Bhagavad Gita, Quran, the Holy Bible. Okay, so you can use the with these book names, the Bhagavad Gita, the Holy Bible, the Quran. Then, if there is anything else, you can tell the Ramayana, the Mahabharata. Okay, they are names of epics, Puranas, right? The Vedas. Okay, now moving to news dailies and magazines. The Hindu, the Indian Express, the Vikatan, the Kalki. These are Vikatan and Kalki are names of Tamil magazines. Okay. Similarly, in Hindi, if you are having any newspaper, you will be having regional newspapers, right? In Hindi. So when telling the name of that newspaper, you can use the Akashvani or something like that, whatever name it has. Okay. Can you give one name of a Hindi newspaper, Mamta ma'am?
The Times of India.
Times of India, okay. Like anything only in Hindi newspapers? I
Hindi.
don't know. That's
Now Bharat. Dainik Bharat. Now Bharat.
Now Bharat. Okay, okay. Yeah, I have
Itavada.
heard it.
Itavada is there.
Which one, sir?
Itavada. Itavada.
Idavada. Okay, okay. So you can use the Navabharat because it's the name of a newspaper. Okay, in Malayalam, in Kerala, there's a newspaper Madhrubhumi. So Madhrubhumi, so the Madhrubhumi. It's a Malayalam newspaper. Okay, it's a number one Malayalam newspaper leading now. Okay, so that is how it goes.
But in Kerala,
Then,
we have
well,
Malayalam Manorama, no?
oh yes, yes, Malayalam Manorama is there, but Madhrubhumi is that majority we can say. Most people say Madhrubhumi. Manorama is Malayalam Manorama is also there. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah, you know.
that's most famous, no?
Malayalam,
Malayalam Manorama yearbook is very famous.
very famous. Yeah, yearbook is so famous. Yeah,
Malayalam
that's
Manorama
correct.
yearbook.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Malayalam Manorama, Madhrubhumi. Yeah,
All
sir,
civil service aspirants, they will buy that book.
they will buy that yearbook. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Without fail, they will buy that book.
they will buy that. Yes, every year we can see that that ad.
And very
Yes,
big
yes.
fat book, no? That one.
Mm-mm. Yeah, yes, yes, yes. I haven't seen the real book, but in the paper I have seen that cutting.
Oh,
since
yeah,
I
I
since
had some 4 or 5 books in my home. I had.
really,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh,
I used to
oh.
buy because whenever my pocket permits, I used to buy all sorts of books.
Okay, okay, okay,
Of course, now
okay.
we are getting books, a lot of free books we are getting, but earlier I
Hmm.
used to buy. Yeah,
Okay, okay, okay,
thank you.
okay. Okay, sir. So next is trains, ships, and spaceships. When you're talking about the names of trains, the Jan Shadabdi, the Netravati, the Vande Bharat, okay, lots of trains are there. Then ships like the MV Madhavi, and one spaceship is the Apollo. Okay, when talking about the names of ships or trains or spaceships, you can use the. Next is about titles and awards. So the Nobel Prize, the Sahitya Academy Award, the Padma Bhushan, or whatever awards you know, the Bharat Ratna, the Padma Shri, the Padma Vibhushan, etc. Okay. Then finally comes the well-known events. Okay, events can be anything. It can be sports related to sports or Olympics or any award presentations like the Asian Games, the World Cup, the IPL, which got over just in May, right? The IPL, the Olympic Games, the Oscar presentations, the FIFA football match. Okay, so all these are examples for well-known events. Okay, so with this, we are completing the articles. So finally, I would like to tell where to not use articles. So we discussed so many cases where we use articles, right? Plenty of places where we can use articles. But there are some places where we don't use any article. It can be a, an, or the. We don't use all these three. We don't even use articles with proper nouns such as England, India, Narendra Modi, Stalin, etc. So here you can see England is a proper noun because it's the name of a country. It is not a group of countries again. Okay, India, it's also a single country. It's not a group of countries. Narendra Modi is the name of a particular person. That's a proper noun. Stalin is the name of a particular person, not a proper. It's not a group or something. It's a proper noun. So we don't use articles with any proper nouns. Clear. Next is abstract nouns. Abstract nouns are like qualities, emotions, qualities like guna, intelligence, cowardice, goodness. These are all qualities. So we don't use articles with these kinds of qualities or abstract nouns. And finally, with uncountable nouns, we don't use articles like sugar, salt, copper, gold, water, milk. These are all uncountable nouns. So there is no need to use articles with them. Okay. So with this, we are completing this part. So this is actually a fill in the blanks for you. Okay, so I think if possible, we can do it now. We have 5 more minutes, not five, we have more than 5 minutes. Okay, so fill in the blanks with the right articles. So I will start. Elementary education is dash fundamental right of all children. Is it a? Can you
Yes.
know? Can you think it once more? It's a fundamental right. So it is fundamental. So the is the answer. Okay, elementary education is the fundamental right of all children because fundamental is something that everyone knows. or which is a basic thing. Okay, so elementary education is the fundamental right of all children. Dash fundamental right to be educated is violated if there is dash less opportunity for dash education. Yeah.
The fundamental right. Again, ma'am. Again,
Huh. The fundamental right to be educated is violated if
there is
a
a
less opportunity
less
for
opportunity for the education.
the education. Exactly. If there is a less opportunity for the education. Yes. Dash government of dash country must have dash standard policy of education for its people.
The government
Yeah,
of the
you're correct.
country
Yeah,
must have a standard policy of education for its people.
exactly. Very good. Dash duty of dash government is to effectively implement dash education policy throughout dash country.
A
Uh,
duty,
it's
a
the
duty.
it's the duty.
The duty of the government is to efficiently implement the education policy throughout the country.
Exactly. Dash country should make education available to all children through dash department within its system.
The country should make education available to all children through a department within system.
Exactly, through a department within its system. एक department द्वारा education implement करना चाहिए. Okay. Dash department must ensure that children from all sections of society are given quality education.
The department.
Yes, it's the department because we already told a department. Okay. Dash department must also ensure that children from socially and economically deprived backgrounds are able to take advantage of dash policy.
The department and the policy.
Yes, the department and the policy. In dash country like India, dash government is dash largest service provider in education.
In the country like India is the largest service provider in education.
Okay, the government is the largest service provider is fine. What about the first one? In
A country like
it's
India.
a country, yeah. In a country like India, yeah, it should be a. Okay, in a country like India. Okay, now most states of India have dash department of education to look after dash needs of education.
A department of education to look after the needs of education.
Perfect, perfect. Unfortunately, there are many children in India who still remain outside dash system of school education.
Unfortunately, there are many children in India. The system of school of education.
Yeah, the system of school education. To make education available to all children, Indian children, Dash Government of India initiated
The
Dash policy.
government.
The
The
government
Government of India, yes,
is
A
a
project.
project
A project
a
called.
called
project.
A project called Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan.
Okay,
The aim of the project is to bring all children school by 2020.
very good. Perfectly done. Perfectly done. Okay, like this is the first time that I'm getting this proper response. Only a few mistakes were there. Okay, like I have trained many people, but most of them find this part difficult. They will be answering everything well in that article section, but when it comes to these exercises or practical questions, they will be finding it little difficult. Okay, so you have done it very well. So happy. Okay, so just we will complete this part today. Okay, so with this articles gets completed, this one we can check. I will give it as a homework in the group. Okay, so we will try this one now. Choose the right article and fill in the blanks. And only in some places you don't need articles. In that place, you can just put an X. Okay, fine. So the first one is I bought dash book, dash eraser, and dash file from dash shop.
I bought a book.
A book, an eraser, and a file from a shop.
Exactly. Good, good. Very good. Okay. Very good. A book, an eraser, and a file from the shop. Okay. Okay. Kalijai is dash small island in dash lake Chilka.
Kalisgai is
Kalijai.
a small island in
Kalika is a
the
small island in the lake Chilka.
Yeah, very good. Kalijai is a small island in the lake Chilka because we are using the lake Chilka because lake Chilka is a particular place. Okay, so you can, some people say simply lake Chilka, that's also fine. Kalijai is a small island in lake Chilka, that's also fine, or the lake Chilka is also correct. Both are correct. Okay,
Chilka
next.
Lake is in Orissa, Orissa Andhra
Uh,
border. I had been there once. One of the largest
oh,
lakes of India.
okay, okay. Nice, nice. Okay. Okay, so next is Meena caught dash bad cold last night. Even I caught dash bad cold a few days back, but now I'm okay. Meena caught dash bad cold last night. Very easy. A bad cold. A
A
bad cold. Yeah, Meena caught a bad cold last night. Okay.
I read this as Maina.
Maina or Meena. Actually, I got this spelling from one of my guides. So I
Okay.
just simply
I
typed it like that. Meena. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Next is it is dash pity that this year Runa failed to get dash single prize in elocution. Elocution is speech competitions. Okay. So it is dash pity that this year Runa failed to get dash single prize in elocution.
It's a pity that this year Luna failed to get a single prize in education.
That is fine. Second one is fine. But in the first dash, that is in the first blank, there is no need of any article at all. Okay, it is actually confusing. It is pity. There is no need of any article because we learned before abstract nouns or qualities or emotions, there is no need of articles, right? So pity is actually an emotion. Like if you feel sahatab or kind of mercy towards someone, there is no need of article. So it is pity that this year, then you can continue the sentence.
it is pity we
Okay.
made this mistake.
Yeah, it is. Sorry.
It is pity that we
Ah,
made this mistake.
yes, 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 yeah. Please obtain dash residential certificate from dash councillor or dash MLA or dash MP.
Please obtain a residential certificate from the councillor or an MLA or an MP.
Exactly, very good, very good. So there is one more option. You can say, please obtain a residential certificate. That is also possible from a councillor or an MLA or an MP. That is also correct. So that is actually what to say, an easy question because there are two options for you. Okay, very good. Who answered it? I think Shifa ma'am, right? I think it's Shifa ma'am. Yeah, very good. Okay. Next is,
Mamta.
yeah, the one who answered, very good. Okay. My uncle who teaches in Dash is Dash honest man.
In a
my
university is
uncle
one
who
honest
teaches
man.
in
Is
a
an honest man.
university is an honest man.
Honest man, very good. Okay. Or you can say my uncle who teaches in the university is an honest man. University में काम करते मेरा uncle एक honest man है, like this. So here I am using the university because I am talking about some particular university. Okay. So that is why you can say the. Okay, the university. Okay. Because I'm not mentioning the name of the university or anything, but already this is a continuation of some conversation. Okay. Yes, the moon goes round the earth and the earth goes round the sun. Dash sun is at dash center of dash solar system.
The sun is at the center of the
Sun
solar
is
system.
Exactly. And
center
last
of
one,
the
dash France and dash UK are located on either sides of dash English channel.
The France and the UK are located on the other side of English channel.
Before,
France and the UK are located on either sides of the English Channel.
before France, do we need article?
A.
No need, right?
What will
France
it
is
be? France.
France is a single country. Okay, so France and the UK
The
are
UK.
located on either sides of the English channel. France is like India or Pakistan or some other single independent country. Okay, so the remaining part I will post it in the group as a homework. You can just send your answers. You can either send it to me personally or in the group. That's okay. Okay, fine. So that was a good class today. So hope you understood the topic. If you have
Annapurni,
any
we would
doubts,
like to listen from our teachers suggestions and then make it little more interesting. It is interesting, no doubt, but can we make it
okay.
more interesting, madams?
Yeah, your suggestions are welcome.
Yeah, you because you are also teachers and we are also in teaching work. So you can give your suggestions. You must have seen many methodologies. You can tell us. Where we can also learn from you, madams. Can you give me your secrets to us? So you must be having a lot of secret as a teacher, Pratibha madam, Samruddhi madam, all of you. You can pass on that to Annapurni and she will try and we will try and make it more interesting. The whole idea is to make it more interesting. I was just thinking while doing this, in the exactly 1 hour class, today Annapurni spent nearly about 30-35 minutes on the theory, A and the etc. Balance 20 minutes he went for the exercise. Perhaps we can reduce the theory a little bit. Maybe in 15 minutes we can do it, and then the balance period we can go for exercises. Because anyway, you're all teachers, you know about it, and then maybe we can reduce a little bit there and then increase the exercise more. This is one of my suggestion. And Annapurni, you can think of some competition for our teachers. Online,
Ah,
may you give some competition. We'll give the prize. I mean, as usual, you know it.
mm.
No, whatever competition you think, along with them, no competition, we'll
Mm.
give one, two, three prizes. We'll give.
Okay. In
That
June,
anyway,
we
I
are
think.
having many special days in June.
Yeah, yeah, I
So
leave
I
that to
think,
you. What competition,
uh,
etc. You decide.
okay.
Madam, I mean, all of you. The whole idea is to not to make it more interesting. I mean, this online class. Otherwise, it will get bored easily. But then we wanted to make it more interesting. Bring in some new suggestions from your side. We are expecting. Annapurni can think of much more. I will also, whatever I
Sure.
know, I will let you know. Okay.
Okay, fine. So thank you, teachers. So wait for a contest. Okay, we will rock it. Okay, fine. So see you all on